In January, Twitter released Vine, their new video sharing app, and I've been using it since the beginning. And I wanted to share some of my impressions of it with you. In case you're not familiar with it, Vine lets you share videos. The limit is that they can only be 6 seconds long, or up to 6 seconds long, and you can only do a little bit of in-camera editing. In other words, you can start and stop the camera, and that's it. And you can't even, like, if the last shot you got you don't like, you can't delete just the last shot. You have to start your Vine over again. And it actually reminded me, when I first started using it, it reminded me of when I was in undergrad and I was in film school learning how to tell stories with moving pictures, or just tell stories generally. Our teachers would commonly put restrictions on us and say, you can only tell a story, let's say, with 10 still images, or you can only tell a story with sound, or you've got 1 page of script, how are you going to tell a story with that? Or you only have 3 shots, how are you going to tell a story with that? And it really, taught you to practice your craft a little bit. And I think Vine is a lot in the same way. It's quite a cool storytelling challenge. Now, not everybody uses it for stories. Some people just kind of are capturing, it's like a moving Instagram or something like that, or it's just a way of, just instead of capturing a still, you're capturing the sound as well as the still. And I've been having fun with it. Now, admittedly, I don't use it as much as I used to use it. My honeymoon with Vine is kind of going away, but I still check it every day. I still love to see what people are posting to it, and I'm still seeing some great stuff out of it. What's interesting is that Vine is #1 for downloads in the free part of the iOS App Store. So the honeymoon is definitely not over for them. They're still getting plenty of new users. And they still haven't even they haven't even released an Android app yet. So if the Android app is around the corner and we get all those new Android users who are interested to see and interested to make their own Vines, we may really actually get enough momentum to have enough users on there and a critical mass of users to keep that service going and to make it relevant and keep it around, rather than it being a service that people thought was fun for a few minutes and then was like, I'm done with it. Another interesting thing is that Vine has teamed up with the Tribeca Film Festival, and they're having a 6-second film festival. And I think entries are closed, but you were able to tag your Vines with a particular tag, and you could win some cash and have your Vine played at the Tribeca Film Festival. Now, if you want to see how I'm using Vine, none of this stuff would ever hold a candle to what would be submitted to the Tribeca Film Festival, but I wanted to share a couple that I put out there. First one was, here, I'll just show it to you.
So we've got some dry ice.
So that's a video that I would not have shared on YouTube. It was just me, I got some dry ice, I wanted to play around with it, and it was a quick and easy way to show what I was doing with it. It didn't really make sense to go off and share that with YouTube, because you have a different expectation of what you get out of YouTube. Just like how you don't expect much out of a tweet, so I feel more comfortable tweeting something inane, and I expect other people to be tweeting inane things now and then. Unless it's a very, and the sort of the flip side of that, if you have a blog, I'm not going to post about, hey, I saw someone that looked like Tom Cruise on the street today. I'm not going to put that on my blog, but I may tweet about that. Vine is like that. Vine is like, hey, I saw this neat thing and it was in motion and it looked cool and here it is. Whereas YouTube, I don't like using YouTube that way. You guys have a certain expectation of what my YouTube videos are like. I want to show you one more Vine. Take a look. So that's a perfect example for me of just capturing something that looked good in motion. It was an image that, with the added element of motion and sound, I really wanted to capture, and Vine let me do that. It was a welder on a building who, in the time of day, was dusk, and it just looked beautiful the way the sparks were falling off the building, and I wanted to share that. And that would be another weird thing just to share on YouTube. I don't know what you guys would have thought if I just kind of uploaded that to YouTube. I presume you'd think it'd be pretty weird. So I want to hear what you think. If you're waiting for it to come on Android, are you excited to use it? Have you been using it on iOS? Do you think it's totally lame? let me know, leave a comment. You can follow me on Vine. My name is Matt Richardson, and you can also just catch me on Twitter if you want to see my Vines. I usually post them to Twitter, Matt Richardson there. If you want to browse Vines, there's a site called vinepeak.com. I'll put a link in the description if you just want to see what other people are doing with Vine. It just loops through all these different Vines. It's actually interesting to see. So that's it. I hope you have a great day today, and I'll have another video for you tomorrow. Bye.